Hey Corwin, okay, so I just want to make sure that we're not both talking about the same thing and you're calling it a problem and I'm calling it normal. So what I wanted to do was show rotation X, rotation Y, and rotation Z both equal, are all three of those equal to 1. So they stay at the value of 1, and the rotation quad every frame updates or increments its rotational values, and that's can be evidenced by the times equal there. So that's one way of doing it. That way you store your overall rotation in the rotation quad, and you simply increment every frame by whatever rotation X, Y, and Z happen to be. Okay, so I'm going to press F5 and show what that looks like. And there it is, and it's doing exactly what you would expect. The model is rotating on the X, Y, and Z axes, or axis 1 degree per frame. And if it looks jumpy or jerky on YouTube, it's just because of my screen capture software. It's very smooth and very flowing on my on the XNA version on my screen. So so if it's at all jerky, just write that off to YouTube or to my screen capture software, and that's it. So anyway, that's one way of doing it, and that is probably the, I don't know, in my opinion, the better way to do it, because it's exactly what you would expect. Each axis is incrementing 1 degree per frame, just like you've got written down here, 1 degree per axis per frame. The other way is to store the values in the rotation X, Y, and Z variables and simply increment them each frame. So I'm going to put plus equals in front of each of those three, so that every frame the rotation X, Y, and Z increments 1. And I'm going to take the times equal away from the rotation quad. That way it's a brand new rotation quad each frame, and it's built each frame from scratch based on what the overall rotation Z, rotation Y, and rotation X values happen to be. So I'm going to press F5 and we'll see what that looks like. And it's a slightly different pattern here. It kind of does a figure 8 pattern instead of a perfect kind of circle pattern. Right there it yaws a lot, and then it rolls a lot right there, and it yaws a lot and pitches a lot right there, and then it goes back and rolls a lot over there. So my first thought was that both of those methods were going to yield the exact same pattern on the model rotation, but it obviously doesn't. And I think the first method works the best, whereas if you store the overall values in the rotation quad, I think it works better. So I just kind of wanted to put that out just in case we were both looking at the exact same result and you were saying it was a problem and I was saying it's normal. Just wanted to clear that up.